Let's take a look at the Element Change Feature tool. Change Feature tool will allow you to change the DTM feature assigned to any specific site element. Create a new object called Building 3 and we'll include this purple graphic, which is like an L-shaped building. Elements, New Edit. Let's drape it on the ground at an offset height of 20 using the maximum elevation. Let's go and select that and click Apply so that particular building is all in fill. Now if we go Object Edit to display the triangulation that makes up that building, we'll note that there are triangles inside the L portion, or effectively outside of the elements that makes up the object. The element was originally created as a break line. Let's change the feature to boundary using the Change Feature tool. Select the reference element and click Apply. Note now that the triangulation is wholly contained within that site element. This is due to the feature being a boundary type feature. The boundary feature tries to contain the triangulation within elements of that particular feature type. Break lines that we saw a moment ago will allow the elements to triangulate both sides, the external triangle length being governed by the project preference that sets the maximum triangle length. We can now measure what that triangle length was, and I believe the setting in the user preferences was 100. So if we quickly go and use the measure tool, we'll find that this is approximately 100, or that indeed the next triangle would have been in excess of 100 units long. We'll now look at a different scenario to try and highlight the different feature types, whole and void. Currently you can see a series of elements, two shapes, effectively two shapes. The outer shape has been set as a break line. The inner series of elements, which are not a shape but form a closed polygon, are set as whole feature type. If we go and turn on the triangulation or the display, we can see that there are contours within this area. Let's go to the Elements Change Feature tool. We'll change these elements, this internal shape, to a void. Use the power selector, select the elements, click Apply. Now you'll see that there is no contouring within that region. We go to Object Edit and display the triangles. You'll see that the triangles have been excluded from this area as it is a void. Please note that voids and holes must be closed shapes. They can be either a series of elements or a shape, but they must close. Let's reset these series of elements to holes and notice that the triangulation is now included. This triangulation is actually the object underneath our current object protruding through. If we go to the model and turn on the base object, you'll note that the triangulation from the base object matches that of our proposed Building 1 object. That is because the ground, which is the current object underneath Building 1, has been allowed to protrude through that whole feature type.